Is there a difference between leaders and managers? I think there is. Our team kind of ran into this early on, a few years into working with bigger and bigger leadership teams. And we would get people in the room and we would become frustrated. We would become, there was just an overall lack of progress. There were a lot of things happening in the business. There was growth happening, and yet the people in the room were struggling to lead the folks who weren't in the room through all of those changes and keep up with that growth. And it was at that time that we really started to differentiate between managers versus leaders. And managers, primarily, they don't manage people. That's a misnomer to say that we manage people. People are not things that can be managed. You can manage tasks, you can manage processes, and that primarily involves making sure that those things are fine-tuned enough to make sure that things don't fall through the cracks, or when things do fall through the cracks, the managers are there to make sure that nothing hits the ground. And that's primarily what management is. And it's incredibly important. A business of any size is going to have managers in place and a management structure in place. It's the only thing that allows processes to scale across an organization, and those managers are often the ones who help to build better processes or tweak processes as the company grows. But leadership is fundamentally different. When we talk about leaders, they're the ones who really invest, and they invest in the people. They also invest in resources. They're the ones who are out there trying to identify, well, what is the next iteration and equipment that's needed, or the next tool set that we need, or the next piece of software that we need. But it is their investment in the individuals in the organization that really makes the biggest difference. So when we talk about leaders versus managers, what we're really talking about is somebody who looks at the people in the organization as something that needs to be grown and developed, instead of something that needs to, a knob turned here or a lever pulled there to make somebody more efficient. That may pass in management, but it's leadership that's really going to allow the organization to continue to grow. If we don't have that, we have a lot of individuals who are missing the people side of what drives business growth, and those are the leaders.